run for president, you need to be judged by what you have done. And I think the evidence is pretty clear.
Oh, it is clear, Mrs. Clinton. So let's take a trip back and look at what you've done. She's a compulsive liar.
I remember landing under sniper fire. There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles. I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
Secretary Clinton said there was nothing marked classified on her emails either sent or received. Was that true?
That's not true.
Secretary Clinton said I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
Have you always told the truth?
I've always tried to. Always. Always.
Jimmy Carter said, I will never lie to you.
You know, you're asking me to say, have I ever? I don't believe I ever have. I don't believe I ever have. I don't believe I ever will.
She suppressed rape victims of Bill Clinton.
She was just holding on to my hand. She didn't, because I had started to turn away from her. And she held on to my hand. And she said, do you understand everything that you do? I mean, cold chills went up my spine. That's the first time I became afraid of that woman.
You interpret that to mean she knew about the incident?
I certainly do. I think she's always known. I think she's always covered up for him.
What Mr. Clinton did to me was wrong.
And she knew what her husband did to those women. There's no way that she did not know that. They're just not truthful people. And it's been a history of knowing that they're not truthful people. I don't know for sure what she wants to run for, unless it's just an ego thing.
Defended a child rapist.
Took a lie detector test. I had his polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygraphs.
How did it turn out?
Oh, he plea bargained. We got him off. It was time served in the county jail. He's been in the county jail about 2 months.
Flip-flops on major issues.
I have been very consistent over the course of my entire life. I have always fought for the same values and principles. But I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman.
Do you think New York State should recognize gay marriage?
No.
No. Okay.
I support marriage for lesbian and gay couples.
We've got to do several things, and I am, adamantly against illegal immigrants. I made this exception basically on humanitarian grounds because of the individual stories, but certainly we've got to do more at our borders, and people have to stop employing illegal immigrants.
Well, look, I voted numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in. Instead of building walls, we need to be tearing down barriers. We're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business. We're going to do a lot more on carbon capture and sequestration, try to see how we can get coal to be a fuel that can be continued to be sold and continue to be mined. I take a backseat to no one when you look at my record and standing up and fighting for progressive values. I get accused of being kind of moderate and center. I plead guilty. I support the Second Amendment. I don't want your guns. So for the federal government to be having any kind of, blanket rules that they're going to try to impose, I think doesn't make sense. And when it comes to guns, we have just too many guns on the streets, in our homes, in our neighborhoods. We've got to go after this. And here again, the Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment. And I am going to make that case every chance I get. So I will need your help on that. Several communities have done gun buyback programs. But I think it would be worth considering doing it on the national level. But certainly the Australian example is worth looking at.
Will you say anything to get elected?